It's bad enough when state officials, even state judges, ignore the supremacy clause of the Constitution on matters of immigration. It's quite another thing when a federal judge does so. Meet Melissa Dubose, nominated to the bench by Biden's auto pen back in 2024. The former public school teacher, naturally, is another unmitigated disaster. Well, unless, of course, you're an illegal alien with a rap sheet in 2 different countries. A few days ago, she ordered the release from ICE detention this wonderful addition to our country, Brian Rafael Gomez, who entered the United States illegally in 2022 and picked up by the Border Patrol in Arizona. And, of course, set free per Biden's insane catch-and-release policy. Then, on April 4th of this year, he was arrested in Worcester, Mass. On charges of assault and battery. And the city did honor the ICE detainer. Gomez was picked up after he made his $500 state bail. 2 weeks later, though, he was back on the street, courtesy of Judge Dubose. But the story gets worse. Fox's Bill Malugin has learned that Gomez is also wanted by Interpol for a murder in his home country. He's wanted there by Dominican authorities. Now, somehow, Judge Dubose gave this thug extraordinary relief. Again, the crime was murder, right, in the Dominican Republic. Trump administration argued that the alien was subject to mandatory detention under federal immigration law. But Judge Dubose said no and ordered him to be released or given a bond hearing immediately. Why not throw in a long weekend at the Four Seasons in Boston while you're at it? Again, this man is accused of murder. Of course, at Dubose's confirmation hearing 26 months ago, her home state Senator Jack Reed raved about her qualifications.
Together, Senator Whitehouse and I were proud to recommend her to President Biden for this appointment to serve on the federal bench. Her desire to make the community safer and more just for all inspired her to pursue a legal career.
Total hogwash. She is a classic far-left pick who satisfied the racial bean counters. And all the signs, were there from the outset. In a 2000 interview she gave to the feminist press, she talked about her experience teaching. She said the kids would come into the cafe during their free periods and would sit and would just talk, would talk about what they were doing, would talk about their classes. And I was in a Marxist phase, she said. Well, as we already see in her judicial record, her Marxist phase never ended. Louisiana Senator John Kennedy confronted her during her confirmation hearing about this.
Are you still a Marxist?
I am not, nor have ever been a Marxist.
Well, you gave an interview in 2000 to the feminist press. You said, quote, "I was in my Marxist phase." So you used to be a Marxist, but you're not now?
No, Senator, if I may, the context of that interview, I had no idea that interview was something that was going to be published.
Oh, she didn't think it was going to be published. Oh, that's reassuring. All right, an important note here. President Trump's agenda is being stymied by these district court activists, which is why Republicans need to get as many judges as possible confirmed before November. But for some bizarre reason, even in red states, so there's no blue slip necessity, the Republicans are dropping the ball. Right now, there are 33 vacancies on the federal district courts, including 5 vacancies in Texas, with no one even nominated for those positions. Alabama has 1. Oklahoma has 2 vacancies. Florida has 1, along with Alaska. This is insane. It's crazy. Nominate qualified constitutionalists and hold the Senate in session to get these people confirmed. Otherwise, it's likely more going to be the Biden judges running amok and our communities endangered. But thankfully, all federal appellate court vacancies have been filled. But at the district court level, again, this is a mess. There's a lot of work to be done and not a lot of time to do it.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.